Hey guys, welcome to Chat with your girl KST. Today we're going to be discussing trans women and the fact that T.S. Madison calls out trans women. But I want to just let you know what the discussion that prompted this discussion came from. So it's a discussion that prompted the response from T.S. Madison. Let me share it with you guys. And this came from the Neighborhood Talk.
Was like, I'm not like, so he came and he was like, let's go to dinner. And I was like, okay, just like text me where, like kept it really cool. And he sat down, he had like 4 phones. He was saying like El Chapo was watching me. And I was like, okay, like cool. He had a both. Was a gang or was
No, El Chapo was
the cartel. And we were in his car and he was playing me his new album. He was on Instagram Live. And in my brain, I'm like, dude, he shows me on live. And I'm like, I just know one of like the fans from Iowa, like where I'm from.
That
like,
is a dude.
Yeah, like that's a fucking male. And it was just one of those situations where I almost felt like I was like at like lunch with or like in trouble with my principal. Like I felt like he was literally looking so deep into like my soul and my like 9 different holes that like I didn't even know what I was getting into. I tried caviar for the first time. That was cute. It was hot. He asked like, do you want to come home with me? He was kind of just like, get in my car.
And then you just, I mean, that's how they always are.
You don't ask, you go.
Yeah, you just go. You just follow the rules.
Yeah.
And I don't know. He's all about like energy, like ashwagandha, like the whole was like, I'm not like, so he came and he was like, let's go to dinner. And
All right. So basically, what you were listening to was a clip from the Neighborhood Talk where a transgender woman details an exchange that she has with Kevin Gates, who's supposed to be a heterosexual male. So let's discuss what T.S. Madison had to say. What T.S. Madison had to say is, if you're trans and you out here running to social media / blogs to detail your sexual experiences with celebrity men, and I have to question you. What is the reason? Because you can't claim you a woman, then centralize your sexual encounters for shock value. Don't be the continuous part of the down low stigma men are forced to adhere to surrounding their sexuality. So she also commented on this and said, so again, I've always stated there is no safe space on any front for the men to live their authentic lives. The women won't accept them. The men won't accept them. The trans wanna out them. So this is a lot to digest, but I have to say that I do totally agree with T.S. Madison. And I've even heard Tasha K talked about this as well. But if you are someone that is of the trans community, if not even a part of the trans community, if you're part of the LGBTQ community and you're transgender and you want us to accept you as being a transgender female, I feel like why would you then go ahead and out someone for accepting you for the female that you claim that you are? That's the first question. The second question I have is for the men in the industry who are actually straight men. Is that a question that you're asking? Are we actively asking these questions? Are you a female? Were you born a female? Because there are some men that look better than females. And this is no knock to the LGBTQIA community. This is just saying that there are issues with it. And I just feel like the LGBTQIA wants some of the issues to flow right under the radar while publicizing other issues. And it's like, no, the issues you want to flow under the radar, let's bring them up to the surface. Let's talk about them, right? And in talking about them, why is it one minute you advocate for us to actively claim you to be a woman, but then you out someone for being with you? So does that mean that you authentically within yourself know that you're not a woman? Or do you believe that you're a woman? Because if I was to be with a celebrity, I'm not going to out him and say, oh, well, he was with me as a trans person or whatever the case may be. I wouldn't even out myself as a trans person. As far as I'm concerned, I'm a woman. I wouldn't even say I'm a trans woman. I would just say I'm a woman, right? I would never say like I just wouldn't. And I just feel like we have to realize that we have to accept us first before other people can accept us. And if you're not accepting yourself as a trans woman, you will do things like this to disrespect or humiliate men. Now, I'm not the biggest Kevin Gates fan. I feel like he's a bit vulgar. But in this situation, if the man took you out on a date, why are you making it seem like it's more than what it is? Don't do that. And men in the industry need to be asking these women, they look beautiful, I know. Are you a woman? It's a question. It's a legit question to ask. It's not an insult. It's a question, because too many times you hear men, they don't want to ask these questions, and then a couple months down the line, their name is being attached to something that they weren't even aware of. So just like the LGBTQIA can say, oh, well, you know what, you're being phobic, transphobic, you're being this kind of phobic. I would say, aren't you being transphobic for 1 minute accepting the fact and proclaiming that you want to be a woman, but then outing a man for doing and respecting exactly what you asked them to do? Aren't you then being transphobic? But nonetheless, my thoughts and comments were just like, this shouldn't be happening. And it's too many times you see Black men or just men in the industry names get tarnished because of this. And it has to stop. It has to stop, you know? But those are my thoughts and comments. I would love to hear your thoughts and comments. So if you listen to this on YouTube, share your thoughts and comments down below in the comment section. And if you're listening to this through Spotify or Apple Podcasts, we'll talk next time. Laters.